Get busy living or get busy dying. The best way to guarantee loss is to quit. Challenge yourself. It's the only path which leads to growth. As you grow in this business, you learn how to do more with less. How do we change the world? One random act of kindness at a time. You can't take credit for talent. You can only take credit for using it. You measure yourself by the people who measure themselves by you. I always tell my kids, if you lay down, people will step over you. But if you keep scrambling, if you keep going, someone will always give you a hand. Learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen. That stillness becomes a radiance. Challenge yourself. It's the only path which leads to growth. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. If you live a life of make-believe, your life isn't worth anything until you do something that does challenge your reality. I can say that life is good to me, has been, and is good. So I think my task is to be good to it. So how do you be good to life? You live it. Don't be different just for difference sake. If you see it differently, function that way. Follow your own views always. The best way to guarantee loss is to quit. Acting means living. It's all I do and all I'm good at. If I weren't getting paid well, I would still be acting in a small troupe somewhere. You're going to relegate my history to a month? I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. I don't get off on romantic parts, but I often think if I had had my dental work done early on, well, maybe. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. I knew at an early age I wanted to act. Acting was always easy for me. I don't believe in predestination, but I do believe that once you get wherever it is you are going, that is where you were going to be. The best way to guarantee loss is to quit. Never let pride be your guiding principle. Let your accomplishments speak for you. The only way to guarantee your success is to refuse to quit. The highest power is the human mind. That's where God came from. And my belief in God is my belief in myself. How do we change the world? One random act of kindness at a time. When you have made your choice, it is providence that is your guide, good, bad, or indifferent. Your fate lies in that. The only thing that can guarantee your failure is if you quit. It's what you do that defines you, not what you say. I always want to be the best at what I do. If I'm not, then why am I doing it? I'm not intimidated by lead roles. I'm better in them. I don't feel pressure. I feel released at times like that. That's what I'm born to do. I don't do comedy. I think if a situation is funny, you just play it for real, and if it's funny, it's funny. Life doesn't offer you promises whatsoever, so it's very easy to become whatever happened to. It's great to be wanted. One spent a few years not being wanted, and this is better. Was I always going to be here? No, I was not. I was going to be homeless at one time, a taxi driver, truck driver, or any kind of job that would get me a crust of bread. You never know what's going to happen. To me, art is about learning, the learning that never stops, the learning that becomes a way of life, and my way of life is to learn. You have to take control of your own career. My approach to acting is that I am totally intuitive. I read the script and I get it. If I don't get it, I can't do it. I gravitate towards gravitas, as they say. We humans are more concerned with having than with being.